Hey, youth guys. How you doing? Hey, Weisenheimer number 2. Susie Q, you want to moderate? Would you mind doing that for me, please? Otter Cat Mom. Destiny. Excellent. Thank you, Susie Q. Just the one, I think. Just the one moderator. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's for entertainment purposes only. Desi, let's see how many people we that show up. Or, whatever. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm anal retentive. All right. So check with me first. Since I assume you're new at moderating, Destiny, just check with me first before you go hiding people. We had somebody moderating once on another channel that hid somebody from the channel because they said something that they didn't like as far as Kamala was concerned. Nothing mean, just... Hey, Miss Phyllis. Dee Dee, my goodness. Miss Sienna. Hey, Amy's auntie. Well, I forgot. I'm not going anywhere. I just forgot a piece of paper. Because I had a... What's I want to say? What's the word I want? Predictions. Hey, Joni, how you doing, honey? So what I have here, I have a list of the 10 most common alien species. I hate that word so much. I hate it so much. And I will read that list off it soon. Yeah, I'll let you know when, Miss Susie Q, when we're taking questions. ETs, that's a better word, thank you. I don't know why I can't remember that. Destiny. Got my alien tarot out. Hey, Oxford. Yeah, well, Destiny, I shouldn't even say it. I get on people about saying stuff like this, but the truth is, age-wise, I'm not getting any younger, so I forget things a lot. So I'm going to start with the list here of the 10 most common. So we have the grays. Hold on, because there's different aspects and different information regarding each ET species. Okay, so we have the grays again. Let's go with their motives and their possible agendas. Let's do that. So the motives of the grays, primarily biological experiments with a possible interest in human genetics, and I think that's probably covers many of them. And possible agendas, interest in human biology, potential hybridization efforts, which I wouldn't be surprised at all. Well, thank you, Miss Joni. Wouldn't be surprised that's already happened. All right. Next, we have the reptilians. Possible motives, control and manipulation. Remember, when we're reading, this is really based on somebody else's opinion. Okay. Possible agendas, global control and manipulation. We have the Nordics. Tall, human-like, blonde hair, blue eyes. Motives, observation, and possibly spiritual enlightenment. Possible agendas, spiritual enlightenment and observation. We have the tall whites. Peaceful. Obviously tall, 78 feet. Translucent skin. Possible agendas, diplomacy. I was trying to say two words at once, diplomacy and technology exchange. And we have mantis, obviously looking like praying mantises. Motives, observation, and some form of experimentation. Possible agendas, unclear. Possibly overseeing the other races' experiments. The Anunnaki. I was just watching something about the Anunnaki. Humanoid, taller than average. Depicted with gold accessories. Motives, resource acquisition. Possible agendas, possibly past genetic manipulation. You think? I mean, I'm just saying, considering what the ancient artwork of the Egyptians. Okay, Syrians, human-like with subtle differences like elongated skulls and taller stature. Motive, spiritual development of humanity. Spiritual upliftment for possible agendas. Venusians, as in Venus. Human-like, described as extremely attractive. Motives, enlightenment and peace. Agendas, spiritual enlightenment. Arcturians, it's no. And remember, we can be genetic compilations of different ET races, okay? We don't have to be just one race. All right, so Arcturians, those are my guys. Spiritual advancement of other beings, spiritual upliftment for agendas. And finally, Pleiadians, human-like, described as beautiful, lighter hair and skin. Motive, spiritual evolution and guidance for humanity. Agendas, spiritual upliftment and guidance. Okay. So that's the list of the 10 most common. And there's another list, and I'm on a different computer, so I didn't get to copy and paste that. But I'll put it in the post section. It has a huge list of ETs. Okay. So, and we're not going political, Okay, we're not doing anything political unless it's absolutely called for. And unfortunately, what I'm about to tell you has something, obviously, something to do with it. When, I was watching the movie Arrival this morning, and I like the twist at the end of that movie, where where we find out that she's actually seeing the future. She's not seeing the past of the death of her child. So, but somebody makes a comment in the movie, and he says, well, why not one at a time if they're peaceful? Why all at a time? And I'm thinking, because humanity needs all at a time. Someone on each continent. We're going to need to see them on each continent. Okay? And I have to tell you that if, and I don't think this is good, and he's not going to be there, but if the current so-called president was still there, I don't think they're going to show themselves like they're going to show themselves when he's there, because I can hear Hegseth now going, kill them all. That seems to be his favorite line, because he thinks he's so powerful. So, because that's not what they're here for. Okay, that is not what they're here for. So, when we talk about the 3 days of darkness, I mean, that can be anything. Our human minds come up with the things that we're going to be, that are most familiar to us in regards to the three days of darkness. Oh my God, it's going to be dark. No internet, and I do see no internet. I do see no cell service. I see no news channels talking, selected news channels. Okay, I don't really see cable. They might cable or stuff like that, or our Fire Sticks or apps might be active, but they're not. But they're going to show us what they want us to see. The problem there is that we see it. You can't unsee it. And they can't BS it away. They can't, oh, you're just imagining things, blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. And because I feel like the current regime, for the most part, will not be there, place where they are, I do feel like it'll be more finding out what they're about, rather than, because the government knows about ETs. It's just plain and simple. I absolutely believe in Area 51. I absolutely do. So whoever's running the show here in the United States isn't going to be, oh man, we better attack them and this and that. It's going to be more about finding knowledge, finding out knowledge, learning things, learning why they're here in a specific way, and why they chose now to show themselves. And that's why each country needs to be shown, all of us at the same time, every country at the same time. Okay, so what I'm seeing, again, no cell service. Okay, no satellite phone service unless you are involved in this, like scientists, mathematicians, linguists. Okay, specific people will be given access to a specific line that they can use through a what you call it there. Wow, satellite. Ooh, lost that one. Okay. Now, as far as loss of utilities, that's going to be spotty. And Spirit Team has always said that. And when on the other channel, when we talk about the 3 days of darkness and no internet and all that stuff, we're thinking it has something to do with the space cadet. No. Nope. Has nothing to do with him. It has to do with this, because by that time, the space cadet won't be running anything. Okay. So that's enough. I'm not going to talk anymore about the government. Unless, you have a specific question related to the government that will be there, that will be in place at that time. But I don't want to talk about this government. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let me back up the train here so I can see the comments, you guys. Yeah, Oxford, I'm okay. My back's still messed up. That doesn't mean anything. It's always messed up. If I breathe the wrong way, that's just the way it is. Okay, so the grays tend to be more of the bad ones that look to do harm. Okay, see, now that's a Destiny. To me, that's a common human misconcept. There are bad actors as far as ETs go, just like there are bad actors as far as humans go. Okay, but we are so severely protected. All right, and I feel like the grays, like that is, I feel like that's just exaggerated. I have never been abducted, okay, by an ET. So I can't say. Thank you, Miss Joni. So we're basing that on information that we've gotten from other people and their opinions, movies, this, that, and the other. And, every movie is based in some type of truth. Every single one of them. Even my favorite horror flicks are based in some type of truth. Okay. So we have to do our own research, and we have to follow our own gut instinct with these things. I see. I'm one of those. I refuse to allow somebody else to tell me how to think of a topic or what opinion to have. It's just not going to happen. Hey, Cannabis, how you doing, hon? Yeah, I mean, we can do our own research, Oxford. There varying opinions all over the internet. Hey, Crumby. Don't mind me. I was running my mouth, so I didn't see the comments. Amy's auntie. My spirit team's telling me that they have, excuse my cuss word, that they have admitted it in a half-assed way. I don't think they've actually come out and said so. And that was one of the reasons JFK was removed the way he was, because he was ready to let that stuff come out. And no one, including the Kremlin, wanted that stuff to come out. Hey, 313. Oh, well, Miss Lisa, I hope you got that kitty cat fixed up. Right, Susie Q. But that's what creates a balance, and bad actors, they create a balance. The universe loves a balance, and it also gives us contrast. Oh, geez, Oxford. Oxford's dying. Her AC's out. Everything hurts, especially her feelings. Absolutely, Susie Q. You're not late. You're here, Miss Lisa. Yeah, I just passed by that one, Destiny. Fire in the Sky. Just flicked past that on my Fire Stick. Okay, well, now I can channel, Miss Joni, I can channel David Wilcox, but I have to be honest with you, I'm not interested in doing channeling on this specific channel. Because then it'll be, can you channel this one? Can you channel that one? So maybe I will channel David Wilcox on Healing Truth, and people just have to get over it. Okay, Oxford, I believe that my question there is, who gave the green light for that information to come out? Because honestly, our current regime couldn't care one way or the other. Aren't even interested. The regime itself, okay, they're not interested. They think it's all a bunch of hooey. Honestly, Amy's auntie, I don't think we were ready to hear it back then when JFK was president. I mean, they didn't have to go to that extreme. He probably wanted to be transparent about a lot of other things too. The truth is, we don't really know anything that goes on in the government. We see what they want us to see. Flexible with the truth, huh? That sounds familiar. Maybe they're chatting with the current fake president. Stop it, Shelley. Oh, right, cannabis? We're all connected, cannabis. We're all connected. And you know, and we're even more connected, more deeply connected to our little community here, to each other. Yeah, heavens forfend if, you know, there weren't any atomic weapons laying around, right, Amy Zanti? That'd be terrible. Okay, Joni, so when you go to my post section, you can actually start a conversation on there. So if you're up to it and you think about it, post the link to that YouTube. Oh my. A YouTube video. Hey, Maria. You're not late, honey. You're here. Well, Amy Zanti, this is the way I see it. You know, and I'm just using the Egyptians for an example. The Egyptians knew about our ET family. They recorded it. They recorded it on stone, on papyrus. They recorded this. That's how long this cover up has been going on, because you just don't hear about it after a while. Except, you know, you do actually hear about it in the Bible, and I think it was Abraham that saw the disc in the sky. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Miss Gaia. Okay, so let's pull some cards. See what comes up as far as what it's talking about. Transparency, I'm hearing. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is actually handing down. Oh, that would be handing down money or power, but this would be about handing something down to someone else. That would be, so in regard to transparency, that would be handing something down to the public. Information, a wealth of information. I love my alien cards. The High Priestess, our spiritual connection. The similarities of our DNA and theirs, their DNA mixed with ours on purpose. Do I think they'll do it themselves or choose a representative? I think that in each country or each place that they show themselves, that there will be a representative of sorts, but they're going to, each country's representative, as far as the ETs go, will work together. They will have already discussed and decided what they're going to do. Plus, they're better at telepathy than we are yet. Okay, we're not good at that yet. Some of us. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not as good as I could be, but I'm not a master of it. But I've done it. I have, when my kids were little, I'd think something at them, and they'd go and do it. So that spiritual connection between us and our star families. It's all spiritual. Spiritual. Oh, thank you, Amy's auntie. I have 4 different colors of these. That's okay, Susie Q. Thank you so much for coming and moderating. Everyone say thank you to Miss Susie Q. Ugh, I don't want 3 at a time. 10 of Wands. Mm-hmm. Lots of information. Lightening a burden. You guys are all right. Now, if you were standing here, I'd say you're all right. I don't care what so-and-so said about you. And we have the 4 of Wands. Happy home, happy family. Also, it looks like he is walking through a gateway of sorts. $404. Thank you, Miss Gaia. I know it's a little bit late. I'm sorry. I apologize. I wasn't signed in for this channel. I had to go through a bunch of crap. Oh, I didn't even look. Ace of Swords. Sword of Truth. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. Yeah, Miss Lisa, we're spiritual beings, right? More connected to some than others. And it doesn't have to be someone we're close to. Thanks, Destiny. I appreciate you. Everyone, please say thank you to Destiny for moderating for us. All those hearts, you guys. What do we have? We have the Six of Wands. Victory card. So I don't know about you guys, but as soon as it's available to rent, I am going to be watching Disclosure Day. I don't do movies or theaters. I don't like going out. And I don't do well with that. It's too loud. It freaks me out. And on the 4th of July, I'm going over to my daughter's house on the other side of the city where it's quiet. Because I can't do the fireworks either. So possibly undersea. Yeah, you know, Amy's auntie, I believe that the remnants of Atlantis were found a long time ago. And that would be the perfect place to learn about underwater highways, how to make those. My son and I disagree on the fireworks thing. We disagree. I think it's rude for my neighbors to let off fireworks. There's dogs, there's babies, there's cats. I find it to be rude and disrespectful and selfish. And he does not, because it doesn't bother him. I put on my headphones, my good headphones, my Sony's, right? I got my turbo fan going. I got every fan in the place going in my space, and I can still hear them. Yeah, Guy, and I'm not a veteran. I just, lots of trauma. Lots of being screamed at. Plus the ADHD and all that stuff too. Thank you, Maria. Maria agrees with me. Yeah, veterans. I actually live upstairs from a veteran, and it doesn't bother him. He goes, geez, I went to war and it doesn't bother me. I said, well, that's you. Good for you. You don't have to be a war veteran to be freaked out by fireworks. Well, not only, is my neighbor rude for doing it right next door to me and other people. Guess who's got to go out to their lawn in the morning and clean up the mess that he leaves that travels to my lawn, and it's all over the place. It takes me an hour to rake a teeny tiny little lawn. I agree with you, Amy Santi. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. What goes round comes round. News coming around. Transparency coming around. What was I watching? Britain's Got Talent. And one of the talents were these guys that had drones. Thank you for mentioning that. They had drones, and that with silent fireworks, No, wait. It wasn't fireworks. It was the drones themselves. There were thousands of them. It wasn't fireworks. It looked like it. It wasn't fireworks, and they were very impressive. Yeah, Joni, see that? That's different. You know what I mean? It's away from people. I don't really like what it does to the animals, you know? But I'm just gonna spend my 4th of July with my daughter and my noodle and my bee. Right, Dee Dee. Right. I agree. Oh my God, Joni, I know my little bit, my Chihuahua. Holy smokes, that poor baby. You couldn't do anything to soothe her. I get the thing around her middle. You know, she didn't want to be touched, and I could understand that. And so I'd put that something, I wrap some around her middle, real snug. You know, we'd have again the turbo fans. Every fan in the house was on, and in the room, the windows closed. 4th of July, windows are closed, doors are closed. You know, it was awful. I felt so bad for her. My poor little stink. And also I had a Pomeranian too, and that poor baby, he would try to get out the door. He would run down the stairs and scratch at the door trying to get out, trying to run. It was awful. All right, temperance, balance. Oh, this guy's kind of naked, so I'm going to cover him up. Not really naked, but I don't want to. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Temperance, that balance. Spend Sienna spending the 4th with her bestest friend ever, the barbecue in the backyard. Honestly, I'd prefer to stay here, but I'm not doing it. You know, going over to my daughter's house for the night, unless I can get a lift. I might be able to get a lift home. But this guy, he's at it for 5, 6 hours with the what are the words I want to use? He's got the oh, for crying out loud. You know, with the very last one they do during a fireworks show, he's got that the whole thing for 5, 6 hours. Lost my words today. Oh dear, Oxford. There are city ordinances, Miss Joni. They just don't care. They really don't. You know, speaking of which, okay. Rochester cops are jerks, Joni. They ask you a question and they don't give you time to finish answering it, and they're already firing another question at you. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to see what you're doing wrong. So we have the Hermit. Yeah, a lot of people are going to have to process it. This is going to be about processing the information. I'm waiting for my camera to focus. Well, it's not gonna. Then we have the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is very sure of himself. Not afraid to step forward and take action. So Amy's auntie wants to know if anyone has seen a UFO, UAP, or ET. All right, Miss Gaia. Look how he's got his hand, saying it's safe to come here, like it's safe. Oh, see, Miss Sienna's dad. So listen, if we don't, if some of us haven't, I haven't actually seen any that I'm aware of, but we don't blame ourselves for that. We like the area I live in. Rochesterians aren't ready for that. Oh, hey Ellis, I'm sorry, I missed you coming on. Yeah, I mean we probably associate with a hybrid every week, depending on what you do, how much you get out, how many people you're around, all the on a daily basis. You could be associating with a hybrid every day. Yeah, I watched the movie Nope again yesterday. I'm sorry, the guy's hilarious. He's like, nope. Yes, there's definitely something different with the clouds. Definitely. It's not my imagination. I see, guy. Yeah. I'm sure they have different ways of hiding themselves. Hey, mousy girl. So we got about 10 minutes left, you guys. I usually hold my lives for about an hour. And then I, leave you guys to chit chat for 5 minutes after. The Empress. Birth is something new information. So our star families are showing themselves more. But now, two of my spirit team are Arcturian, okay? And I even got their names. I forgot about this part. And I asked them to spell them so that they're understandable in the English language. So we have Opunam and Recep. Two of my spirit guides. And they look tall to me. They're very slender. And taller than me. I used to be 5'8", but I'm not anymore. You do lose height when you get older. Hey, BJ. So anywho, what was I saying? So they just told me that our star family they're going to really start to once he's done, once he's out of there, I'm talking about the current regime, by the way. Once they're out of there, for the most part, most of them, for the most part, is what I should have said. They're going to really get on this and get on it big time. They're just waiting for him to pass away. Well, thank you, Oxford. Thanks for showing up. Two of Swords. I mean, listen, this is those scientists, the ones that didn't pass away, the ones that disappeared. A couple of them were taken willingly, okay? But there's a few of them were silenced. So what I'm hearing is at least one was they said either be quiet or else, and he was like, okay, and he backed away. But a couple of them were silenced. Did ETs have anything to do with the rocket recently exploding? No. Was that one of the Space Cadets rockets, Joni? Because if it was, I'm just saying, wouldn't be the first time. Bezos rocket? Really? I believe you. I'm like, wait, why? But if Elon Musk had anything to do with it, that was Elon Musk's problem. Elon Musk has never done anything original. The work that's done, it's done by other people for him. He doesn't do the actual work. You know what I mean? Bezos, isn't Bezos Amazon? What is he doing? What did I miss? I missed something somewhere. %99.8% sure. Oh. Well, we just recently channeled Jackie Gleason. I'm sorry I didn't get to ask him that question. All right. Anywho, we have the Two of Swords. That's about taking out the blindfold and seeing the truth. For those that just came out, this is about transparency or disclosure. Rocket that. Yeah, what does he need a rocket for? Help me out here, will you? What was the purpose of Bezos' rocket? And I guess I want to know who manufactured the rocket. Bezos? See what I mean? I want to know who did the actual manufacturing of the rocket. Who was the tech bro that did the manufacturing of his rocket? Him? Because he's in the wrong business if he can do that. Right, Ellis? Yeah. Mousy girl to make more money, yeah. I mean, I understand why, because they're power hungry, but I just don't understand why anybody needs more than a few $1 million. I don't get it. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, thank you. So messages that information that brings us personal power. Right? I got to be honest, Mousy girl. I'd be happy with a couple million. I'm easy. I don't ask for much. All right then, Destiny. Thank you. Because if you look, a couple million after taxes, you'd be lucky to have $1 million. Yeah, but what you gonna do with it, Destiny? What you gonna do with all that money, baby? $50,000. Scumlania. Insurance. Yeah, Joni, and I get that, but it's not necessarily his place to do that. Okay. I think he thinks a little too much of himself. And the truth is that if things kept going the way they're going, everyone isn't going to be able to utilize going into space. The way things are now, it would be made sure of that didn't happen. Want to take your wife to Hawaii? You need $1 billion for that, Destiny? Oh my goodness. You can rent a private island with that. Right? Cannabis, exactly. And I get that. Thing about having that kind of money, billions, that comes with a lot of responsibility. You actually spend most of your day making sure your money is right. It's a 24/7 job to have a lot of money. Yeah, Joni, I think that's a bunch of BS what he said. Just an excuse. King of Cups. Okay. Caring, loving, empathetic, or empathic, can be empathic. Nurturing. Okay, one more. It's on the floor. Ace. Aces are always good. Ace of Pentacles. So the disclosure, the transparency, bringing us personal power, the beginning of a new personal power, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let me get an angel number since we're... Since we're what? I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. All right, so it's been an hour. I'm going to get an angel number, and thank you all for coming. I am very just shocked and surprised that so many of you showed up. I was having this vision of like 2 people showing up. Oh, that's funny, Destiny. That was the number on the bottom of the deck. You get 1313 a lot. 1313, trust your intuition, trust your intuition. It's guiding you towards a brighter future. I have a friend that calls me that, Oxford. What's my pleasure, Cannabis? Maria? That's all right. We won't be able to see her butt, Sienna. And I'm just referring to every time we do something on Zoom, at least one kitty cat's got to show their behind on the camera. It's funny. All right, you guys, thanks for showing up. You as well, Otter Cat. Yep. Why?